For more than 30 years, Roald Dahl drew inspiration from the countryside around his Buckinghamshire home. These hills are where he dreamt up the story of the fantastic Mr. Fox. From the local pub to the petrol pumps on the high street of his village of Great Missenden, so many local landmarks pop up in his best-selling books. And if filmmakers want to turn his stories into movies, they must journey to Gipsy House, where his widow Felicity still lives, and get her blessing.
Should we dance?
Many have tried and failed, but the American director, Wes Anderson, succeeded and was given leave to animate this story of a fox at war with 3 local farmers.
What was that?
They're digging us out.
The first time I met Wes, which was about 6 years after he'd asked for the property, I realised instantly that his understanding and passion for the book had come from a very early age.
In fact, Fantastic Mr. Fox, written by Dahl in 1970, was the first book Wes Anderson ever owned. But while several other books have been turned into movies, I understand he wasn't always happy with the way his books were adapted.
Turned into films.
Yeah.
Very unhappy. He was pretty grumpy about most of them. But I think this one he'd be thrilled with.
Should we take the shortcut or the scenic route?
Let's take the shortcut.
Oh, but the scenic route is so much prettier.
Okay, let's take the scenic route.
But to help him write the screenplay, the 30-something director from Texas was invited to come and spend some time in Great Missenden, and he moved on to the Dahl estate. With the family's blessing, he came up with a plan to recreate all the furniture in Gipsy House, taking photographs of all the pieces for his team to recreate for the film.
We went for a long walk.
Yes.
Through the woods out there, all around the property, and really on that walk, I think I started thinking of the movie more as being a story, not just an adaptation of the book, but being about Dahl and his whole world.
He was given the royal treatment and allowed into the hallowed writing hut where Roald Dahl spent so many of his days, and which hasn't been touched since he died in 1990. And his widow says it was vital for the young director to see where her husband worked.
I think the place that any great writer, composer, painter works in is fascinating. And they make their own little world. As Wes has just said, they make their own little kingdom in there.
I'm going to tape this for my records, so don't
It
make a lot
said
of
Dahl
sound.
saw himself as Mr. Fox. When questioned why the hero is voiced by American star George Clooney, Wes Anderson countered, nobody knows what accent a fox
I don't
has.
want to live in a hole anymore, and I'm going to do something about it.